it going? This is Jake out of Denver, Colorado, and I'm here today to show you how to do the Integra Big Brake upgrade. So first off, what you're going to need to get this working is some 280 millimeter rotors with a 4x100 wheel lug pattern. I got these ones here. They're from a 07 Mini Cooper, and these ones are slotted. They're pretty nice. But 280 millimeter rotor 4x100, that's one of the key pieces to it there. You need that. You also need Acura Integra Type R calipers. These are from the Integra Type R. I bought these from Rock Auto. They came, looks like they're powder coated with some red. It looks pretty awesome. So you're going to need these as well. These match up to the rotors. You're also going to need some brake pads that'll work with the Type R calipers. I chose Hawk. These are Hawk HP Plus. Got some stickers, some grease in there and stuff, and the pads, these should go right into the Type R calipers. And then you need some new brake lines probably. These are Technofit stainless steel brake lines, and these are for the 92-95 Honda Civic with rear disc. I'm hoping they will work. So let's get out there, get started on the install, see how it goes. Okay, this is Jake again back here working on my 92 Honda Civic hatchback. And so this is the big brake upgrade. And I've heard this will work with EX Civics, but anything else you'll have to get GSR knuckles. That's what this is here. It's bare GSR knuckles stripped down. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and put your rotor on here. You never want to touch the face either. You don't want grease on there. So rotor's pretty easy to install. They usually just kind of sit on just like that. I don't usually use the set screw there, so that's pretty simple, straightforward as far as that goes. The next thing you're going to want to do is take your caliper and get the brackets off of there. So you're going to have to remove the caliper from the bracket. So there's that. And it should just slide off there. So there's the caliper, here's the bracket. So the next step you're going to want to do is take your bracket bolts, 17 millimeter, and they're going to install under the back here of the GSR knuckle. And the reason you want to put the rotor on first is because this bracket kind of hugs it. I'm not sure if you could even get the rotor in once this bracket's on. So okay, take your 17 millimeter wrench, and you're going to want to get these. I don't know the torque spec, but definitely very tight. You don't want this part coming loose here. Is a pretty simple swap, and for a hatchback Civic, it's a pretty significant brake upgrade. I'm pretty excited about seeing the results of this. So, like I said, get it real tight on there. You should probably get the torque specs on that. I just haven't. I should have found that for the video. I apologize. So here's this on there. It's looking pretty good already. And so now from here, we'll go on to the next step. Okay, back again. Sorry about that. I had to go get my brake pads. So in the meantime, while the camera was off, I just installed these little metal retaining clips for the brake pads. They go in the caliper bracket. Pretty straightforward. And so here's my brake pads, Hawk HP Plus. Haven't tried these before. I normally run Stop Tech, so I'm excited to kind of see the difference. And overall, it should be a pretty big improvement in performance for this car. So it comes with a little bit of grease. Normally you want to grease the back of these, the brake pads, just to you know, kind of alleviate any noises or squeaks and squeals and anything. That being said, I don't make a habit of doing that. I haven't had any issues. So this one with this, I think it's a wear bar. These usually go on the inside of the rotor bracket caliper there. So this should go like this, and they should just click right in. Very similar, you know, most Hondas just like that. And front one, same deal. And there we go, we're getting pretty close. This is a pretty easy upgrade. I highly recommend it. So from here, what you want to do is take this caliper, get it back on the bracket like that, slide it on there, and then just sort of feed it through. Luckily, since these are remanufactured, you don't have to compress the piston or anything. Take your other bolt, put it back on there. These are 14mm bolts as well. So get those tightened up. There should be a torque spec on these as well. I apologize, I should have looked them up beforehand. Those should be fairly tight as well. You never want to strip anything, but you don't want it to come loose. That's why torque specs are invented. So there's a bracket installed with the Mini Cooper rotor, 280mm 4x100. GSR knuckle here, Type R remanufactured rotor, or excuse me, caliper with Type R brake pads. Now it's time to install the lines, and I'll go grab those and we'll go from there. Okay, so we're back again, and I went ahead already and pulled the C-clip out. This is the little thing that holds the brake line in, and you usually want to break this line loose before you pull that. It just makes it a little bit easier, but just proceed to loosen this. You also want to use a wrench that looks like this. It's for brake line fittings. It helps to not strip them. I forget what it's called. Okay, so back again. I got that old brake line off, and what you want to do is take the new brake line and just kind of hold it up, and then you want it to be the same length as the old one, which these are. So you can do whatever with the old one, and you want to definitely kind of run it in the same fashion as how the old one was, so you kind of run it around there. This maybe possibly goes in the front of there, a little more room. This goes up into there, connects to that one, and then this goes down to your caliper, you know. So you put these on. I believe the torque spec to these was 10 to 12 foot-pounds, so there's that. And you get these tight, and then you should be good to go as far as bleeding them and you know, getting them ready to drive. So there it is, the Integra big brake upgrade performed on a Honda Civic with Technifit lines, Type R caliper and bracket, Mini Cooper 2007 Cooper S rotors. These are slotted, 280mm 4x100 with your choice of Type R brake pads. Hopefully you guys learned something today, and you can maybe help your car stop a little bit better. Thanks.